for more videos.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Hawkins, and we're back playing some Humankind in our Transcendent Egypt. I guess it's going to be Transcendent Egypt playthrough. We're still in the ancient era, but the goal is to stay as Egypt forever and take over the world, or whatever we do. We got an event. Let's see. Melody for every occasion. Yeah, I'm totally okay with building a beautiful place for music and increasing our focus towards progress by a tile. When we get all the way to the end, we get some sort of congratulations, you got there. I don't know if it does anything other than getting to those last four. Any of those last four gives you the focused bonus for research boost. Alright, now this dude is a bit of a rough state. He's been beat up a bunch and he just started getting into a scrap with a bear. You're gonna run away, dude. I was worried he was gonna find that bear. Oh look, we have no vision past it. That's interesting. Let's get up this way and see if we can get in behind this bear friend of ours. Looks like we might be able to scout this whole continent. In fact, it's just that section left. Interesting. Okay, over here, these two could probably split up. I don't know why I've been running them together. Kind of weird. There we go, a little more vision that way. We got 4 dudes out scouting to the west. We just brought a few more people back into Memphis. It's now a 6. We got 2 squadrons, or 2 regiments up here. One is ransacking Thuban here, the current northernmost Nubian outpost. This guy was trying to go in and ransack whatever this one's called. I don't know if there's a way to find out what that territory is. Yes. Aldhanab. But Aldhanab has now become part of Kerma. Oh, we can't get in here. We don't have vision here, so we won't be exploring this continent. Darn you, Nubia! We're going to go to war just to get vision. Is that a casus belli that's legit? Let's head back this way. Actually, let's head over this way. Can we do that? No, we can't make that step. Never mind. Oh, well. Bad movement skills there. Okay, we are not quite at the 80 influence we need for this one. We have, however, a couple civics. I don't think we'll spend influence on this one yet, because we're not buying units and we're not doing any meaningful combat yet. Legitimacy option would allow us to reduce the connection cost of that one by 20 or reduce by 50% the actual creation of them. I think we'll end up in this way, but again, not what we're going to do until this is connected. So let's do that. Let the turn fly. Actually, we are going to let turns fly pretty good. We just connected our horses. That's fantastic. Memphis can now finish do a couple things. One, they can build the animal barns. So that gives us a chance to talk about the use of resources in the game. So there's strategic resources, which will be listed under your cash, and then there's luxury resources, which we have none of. They'll be listed here. We have horses. We have 1 horse, access to 1 for the city from Memphis. So this horse right here gives us access to all cities everywhere in our empire. We'll have the feature of 1 horse, which means they'll be able to build animal barns and get 5 food per horse. We get a second horse. This animal barn in the future would increase its food production. Also gives a bonus food per quarters, per farmer's quarters, per adjacent farmer's quarters. Plus 1 food on farmer's quarters per adjacent farmer's quarters. So they cascade better if there's multiples. And you get a base of 1 food added per farmer's quarters. So a little weird description, but it makes sense when you think about it. We also could do the palisade, which would be awesome. But accessing those horses now lets us build this. Beautiful scout riders. They're not spectacularly strong. In fact, the warrior is notably stronger. They are a little more strong than the regular scouts, and they move real quick. I think we'll build a couple of those, but it won't be our first job. So let's go ahead with this barn to increase our food production. And I think we'll also put in our palisades at some point here soon. I'd like to have a garrison, like I mentioned before, down here, but we have no vision in that area. So when we get that, we have no vision there because this place only sees so far. Without having an outpost or something else of the sort, we can't really reach there. We could set down this obelisk. I think we're probably going to put it in here somewhere. I like the idea of shoving it right in their faces. We could put it there, and we could put the... Let's put it up here. And then we'll put the outpost here. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know that it mattered. I think just the territory it's in. If it was up here, it would count as the same territory. So I think it's like, basically it's religious pressure, if that's the thing. Its faith production is going to cascade forward from this territory, not from the tiles. So building it here, again, building it up here, it's going to be in the same territory. Won't matter. But I love the idea of shoving it in their face. Then we're going to build this guy down. Oh, we can't, right? Again, no vision. This thing doesn't give vision until it's built. Now, because that's a shared project, it immediately jumped to the top. I can delete it, but it's never going to move from this tile. Because it's in the shared projects, they never get... once a cultural wonder or holy site is placed, you can no longer move the construction from the chosen tile forever. There's no way to do it. Now, there's also this option here. I could click here, and I could say all of my cities, in this case it's just Memphis, click that, and it'll add them to the queue. It'll add it to the top of the queue for that place. We're not interested in doing that right now. We can also filter and all the rest of that for shared projects. So if we have a second city, we could send them both to work on that one shared project, which is a fantastic feature, I think, in this game. Let's have a better scoutiness going on over here. How about there to... No, we can't get down that way, so let's look this way. We do have a battle with that bear. Let's go beat this bear in the face. Punch him in the nose. Interesting. It's different looking. Why is that? There we go. That's the one I'm familiar with. Now, if we go here,
let's do this.
He's going to be on a river tile. Either way, he may take the height advantage, however. Apparently he left... Actually, I don't know if animals get height advantages.
For your family.
He does lose for when we're fighting. He loses based on the advantage of height. There we go. Cleaned him out. Got 10 coins. Ah, another horse. Oh, so we have 2 horses and 2 copper. Sort of in what we consider as our divinely appropriated territory. Clearly it is our right to have all... Ah! Don't do that. It's our right to have domain from sea to shining sea. Is that a thing? Somebody said that once before. Get into the river here. I could look actually up this way. I'm assuming this is the edge, but it might not be. Yeah, we'll go back and look down there. There's not much else we're going to be doing. And unfortunately, I was all excited about getting that continent thing, but no, we got some tiles over here we're not going to have vision on. Unless we just do shared... No, if we do shared vision, probably give him the bonus. What could you possibly want? Oh, she's one cranky fella. I mean, lass. So her war score is at 50. Ours is at 88. We can now actually declare a standard war without it being a surprise war. So politically it's better. I don't know if it matters if we don't know anybody else, but we could also do open borders. Cannot be done because we must resolve a demands first. Now, right now it's just, we're just leaving this demand here. She's not chosen to answer it. Leaving it there is kind of a thorn politically. So we're gaining 3 war score. People are getting irritated every turn that passes that she doesn't answer our demand. So if I withdraw this demand, it removes it from that. It gives us 5 war score for having withdrawn it.
You may now lick my boots.
Oh, wench! That was a slap, a verbal slap. However, I'd like open borders, please. Is that going to happen? Unlikely.
Something to make our affairs more civil?
The proposal is close, but needs sweetening.
Okay, so I can spend 101 bucks to do that.
I would call that decision interesting.
Yes, I'm going to accept this, because that is hugely potent for us. What that's going to do, that's going to allow open borders, which is very weird. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to build, let's say, 2 of these guys. I can build 1 per turn. We're going to swap them to the front of the line. I am going to try to explore the rest of this continent, because if we can get a vision down on these 2 tiles, I think we'll be able to get... Oh, look at that, we can run right through her turf. I think we'll be able to get... something good out of that. We have 1 turn left to ransack that. I think that might cause her to close the borders, but hey, if it does, I'll find a different method of opening her borders for us. What's going on? Why are we being called back here? I don't know. Let's end turn. Ransack success.
The first ransack. I wouldn't call it elegant, but it may teach them to keep their doors locked.
There we go. Now it's actually the first ransack. Maybe he'll stop telling me that every time I ransack. Alright, so we have now removed this from their control. We could actually go ahead and settle right back in here and build an outpost in here if we wanted to. That would be a little more than a little rude, and I love it. It's not a terrible idea at all. Interesting premise. Interesting choice. if we conquered their city, assuming at some point we want to conquer their city, we could let this city have like these 3 or 4 territories here, and this could be attached to something else. Okay, like up here maybe. This could be something there as well. So maybe this is attached to the capital and this gets attached to the new place. Okay, I don't mind the idea of them having this right now, however. I think we might leave it as bait. Maybe that's a good idea. Let's move down this way. Now, we could also go ransack those.
A delight to see you
again.
look,
I forgot we can actually click on those directly. Oh, we could buy up their dye. Okay, I'm not going to do that cash-wise, because that's going to disappear if we get into a conflict. As well, there's our first scout. Now, he got some mobilities, this scout. Now, I want him to come down over here. So run, little horsey, run. Excellent. Let's move a little closer here. You can... Oh, you cannot go that way. That's the long way around to everything. Alright, that is now visioned. Head back that way, please, sir. You can come up this way, I suppose. Let's go in here. You can try to get up the hill there. Give the vision down that way. I'm going to try to get you back towards... let's move you up here. That'll give me vision over here. I can then tell the city to go ahead and build a... Oops, I can't, because I can't see that tile. That's awkward. Artisans' quarters, huh? We could put these 2 artisans' quarters in for these spots. We could attach this place. We can also spend influence to attach that. But I think with our production in the capital, it's probably okay to just let those attach or be built when the time is done, come to build them. Directly, that's food. This is industry. I'll take the industry first. You know what? Maybe I won't. I will switch those up so that the food comes first. In fact, that guy can go right up to the front. This is also food. If we attach this territory, like that, we can then add that one and bring him up here as well. We can't do the copper yet because we don't have the technology for it, but that's okay. We're overworking our place by far. We could spend money to increase or to speed up our artisans' quarters, but I don't think that's directly necessary. I will then go here, now that we've got vision here, and grab this, place it here. Good. And I kind of want one over this way as well. I think we're going to build one right on down there. Now, that's kind of close, but it's right in his face. So once we get those done, at the end of the list, if we ever get there, we'll get those finished, and then he can, then they can both add vision and add defensive bonus and the ability to, like I said, spawn units in there. Now these guys are inside home territory, so they're supplied. They have the supplied status. They'll gain 20 health per turn. We're just going to click this button up here and tell them to regroup. They'll just stand still until they get that amount of stuff, amount of health back. Let's head up this way. Going to send him back to heal up as well. Now, part of the thing something that we're going to be dealing with soon. Right now, we're still in the wild animals sort of phase, but soon we're going to have, like basically minor factions sort of things starting up in various different places.
Follow me.
I'm okay with that. They will be of value to us in the future. You can go off that way. You can come off this way to the river. You'll be able to wrap around behind that. This guy's going to take care of that layer. Hopefully that'll eliminate future problems. We got an event going on here. Melody of Evocation 2. Excellent. So we got an extra step towards justice. No, not justice. Rule of law. I don't remember what that was. Anyways, to the right on this one. I want to go left on the top 3, I think, and right. Generally left on the top 3 and right on the bottom one. That's my general gist. And of course, because I'm hoping that we can out-society them, we actually have bit into some of their territory socially, so our society is producing more influence than them and thus pushing our culture towards them. So there's going to be issues where they may get extra free bonus science because it's just like my country, Canada. We are the air quotes little brother to the north of the US, so we get a lot of their cultural connections. We have much quicker access to their research and their science and economy and things like that than many other places around the world because we're literally right next door to them. So that's kind of that's what that's extrapolating in the game mechanics. Let's get into there. Wonderful. These guys are really great for scouting around the map, as their names might imply, and getting you a lot of little bonus trinkets and letting you know what's going on in your backwaters. Carpentry research is completed. We can now build the lumberyard and our archers. We can also cut down some forests with a heading. One of the science, new science star. Great. We've only got 2 so far. We're not very starry, but we will get starry skies eventually. Beautiful painting. Let's ransack that layer there. Bring this guy through and see what we can look at. Nothing yet. I think we'll move you probably back home towards Memphis. You can also have a peek around the neighborhood a little bit as you go. Make sure we get max vision in areas. Did we actually scout? I don't know if that counts as being scouted the continent. We'll see. You're going to have a run off, I don't know, this way? Sure, let's run this way. Man, I've never had open borders with somebody I was intending to destroy, which is kind of amusing. Grab that. Nice! 15 science and 10 influence. Happy day. Oh, look. What do we got up here? This is Al-Janar, the Nubian trade route. Oh, so the Nubians are trading down the river, down this river, into our territory by trading from their capital and going out and around. So they've actually got a post right here, I think. Maybe not. Maybe that's what the vision is for. But anyways, so they're sailing boats around and sending them down the river to find our people. Interesting, interesting. Resource salt. So, access to your salt was purchased by the Nubians for 10 gold. So we get 10 gold. There we go. That's the salt. They get the bonus that provides. We do not lose the research or the access at all. It's infinite how many people can use this salt. Well, there's 8 empires in the world. All 8 could be using this one source of salt to get that bonus, if they're all trading with me. Specifically that tile. They're not trading salt generally, they're trading that resource on that tile. Which is interesting. It's a very different extrapolation versus other places that have or other games that we may have played. There's another building here that I really love called the Stoneworks. It adds 1 industry to any mountain tiles, stone fields, or rocky fields. So these are rocky fields. Stone fields would be stone fields, this one. And then mountains. Right? So any of those that are actually utilized, or actually, exploited, this one would not get it to us because there's no exploitation here. This is exploiting 3 industry, and that is forest, so we don't get that bonus there. There's not a lot of rocky tiles here. Right now that we're using, I should say. Woodlands, yeah, I don't even know if we would get anything out of that. Yeah, there are rocky fields there, and rocky fields there. Stone, that's 5, 6. So this outpost has 6 tiles on it that would be able to get 1 industry each from the stoneworks. The thing is, these things are pretty good early on, but oh my gosh, they get powerful. This could be the single building or single entity that produces the most industry in our entire empire. 150 turns from now. Because again, we're going to exploit all sorts of territory, we're going to expand, we're going to link up these mountains, we're going to have, various different sources of production, and every tile that has any of those tags on it gets industry from it. Pretty strong. We can also do forced labor, which is effectively useless because it costs way too much, in my opinion. Harbors, we're not actually on the coast yet. There's also this one, flood irrigation, which is pretty darn good. Each river tile produces +2 food. Now, I don't know if exploiting, for instance, this is, did we build a, no we didn't. If we built a, what's it called? Are we building it here? We are building it here, right? No. If we built a maker's quarters, I don't know if this tile would still get the food bonus. I'd be curious to find that out. I think we might go irrigation first, then masonry, and then down to the wheel and bronze working. Bronze working would actually give us a forge and the ability to make spearmen. The great anti-cav. I don't know what sort of units the Nubians have. We could look that up. Let's hit the Humankind Encyclopedia here. I'm hoping we're going to be running out of things that I can spend hours and hours explaining to you guys. The Nubians are a merchant group. They have Golden Dream plus 5 money for luxuries. Great, so they're going to be making more money off our stuff. Resource deposits plus 5 money on strategic resource. Okay, so they make cash off either. That's pretty powerful. They have an improved archer unit. Okay. What is this archer unit's advantage? Exceptional accuracy. Can shoot at a target without having to a clear line of sight. Good. Interesting. So they get... Can't block them with mountains and other things, maybe? I'm not sure how that works, but that's very interesting. Okay. Alright, so the Nubians have an archer unit. So if they're specializing in that, we're unlikely to be experiencing need to fight off large hosts of, for instance, charioteers or such. That might be okay to not worry about the spearmen right now.
A first ransack.
Okay, quit searching
See the
those,
sights,
Drake.
appreciate the local
Jeepers.
culture, and take anything that's not nailed down.
That was a different description that way. That was funny. I like it. I approve of your satire. Alright, that's all explored. Vision there. And vision there. Ah, we've discovered... Oh, that's the break. Yes. That's this foresty zone. We've discovered this beautiful forest. I don't know what that does, but it's awesome. Acknowledged. Ransacking, acknowledged. Let's not have him do any more speeches about ransacking, okay? Let's head down generally this way. A little too aggressive. Might as well be scouting about. Ootin' and boot. 100, 100, 100, and 100. Lovely. You got all your food supply, or all your supplies. Now let's head off this way. You're not quite fully healed. You're still actually, unfortunately, 2 and a bit turns away. So you are 1 and a bit turns away. We'll wait 1 turn for them, and then we'll spend a couple extra coins to finish that up. Let's see if we can get this event, or this achievement. Oh my goodness. So much scouting to do. There's 1 tile in there we have to look at still. Okay, we'll make it. Nice. Okay, in the sanctuary, let's go ahead and ransack this because we're here. Lovely. So this guy's going to be able to go on auto explore. He'll go around looking for those events. You, like these.
Let's go.
You're going to get that. We have an event, the Darkest Depths. Okay, so the miners and prospective miners and their kin from Memphis are afraid. Ancient traditions are strong, and many believe that mythical beasts of the old legends are very real. Now rumors is rife that it was no ordinary bear that attacked the hunting party, but a monstrous creature whose den is in the city's nearby mine. Many are likely to down tools without action. How should we respond to the rumor? So again, affecting our ideologies. Every time we do one of these, we affect an ideology, and we get an at the time event bonus or negative. And there is also sometimes this chance of unexpected consequences or chance of good consequences, and so on. We can embrace this tradition, and we would have reduced cost for military. People are ready to go to fight. Okay, interesting. We can add stability by investigating the issue, and both of those options have a chance of a new event. Or we could drop 10 stability and add 14 industry in the capital for 10 turns. Now, normally hacking 10 stability is a bad idea, but this heads in the right progress bar, and we have enough stability right now in the capital to survive that, so let's do that. Looking at our stability, we're on our way. We're currently at 100. We're on our way to 73. All explained down at the bottom in the numbers and whatnot. But we go 5% to every turn. We go 5% closer to the target, which in this case is 73. Things that are affecting that are like, well, the forced labor status from that event is -10. The Egyptian Pyramid District, pardon me, Giant Yawn, is -10, and stability from number of attached territories. So every territory attached to a city drops the stability by 20. Diversifying, spreading out your culture. It makes sense. But we're also getting 8 from luxury resources, 35 from our ideology, empire bonus, yes, and 50 because this is the capital, and a base of 40. So without that capital base of 50, bonus of 50, you can really quickly delete your oh my goodness, our faith is just gobbling them up. You can very quickly cause major instability in your city. It's unfortunate that I use this Obelisk of the Gods here. You only get 1 per tenant, so I think a total of 4 or maybe 5. You can get wonders that also work too, for similarly. But having these in an other city, because it's not a capital and is missing that big bonus for being part of the capital, could be advantageous. Alright, acknowledged. I don't want you to talk about it anymore. Alright, we sold another salt to the Nubians. We've got the second one connected. They seem to want to buy it up every time we get it, which is understandable. It's amazing. It's the saltiest salt in the world. Ah, look at this. Who are you? You are indifferent young Elamites. Okay, these are 2 archers, which we could fight for score. They're listed as, they got this young. They're an independent people, but they got this young thing. It's mercenaries. They don't have an outpost or a city. And they're indifferent to us. Looks like we don't have any that we know of that have spawned yet. Oh, what is this? This is a... Oh, that's a deer. Get too concerned, Drake. It's a deer. Why is this guy standing here? Did I send him home? I must have. Go here and
all
that
together.
thing and instantly resolve that. Might as well get a little bit of XP for that guy. Oh, that's pointless action. It's worth like $5 or $10. So, whoop-de-dingle. Alright, I'm going to have you run over to this water's edge here. And while you're at it, look around for things you can beat up. So that's fine. There we go. The bear is attacking. We'll manual that.
Off
Go
we
up
go.
on the hillside here. In deployment, let him go down. Now, this is... if we select this unit... Can't see it here, so I'll shut up.
No
Just
fear.
kill it. There you go. Now, we'll be able to select that unit and do what I was trying to do. So we got spoils of 10 coin. Lovely. If we select the actual unit, not the army, but the regiment, but the actual unit, you can see down here there's these 3 stars. It's their veterancy bonus. It's like their level, but far less complex than Civ. There's no, like, you get bonus to this, or you can do the amphibious assault bonus. You know, the training that you got from Civ 6 sort of thing. But this is also good because they get stars, and they get up to 3 of them, giving them up to 3 combat strength, which can make or break an entire war, having a couple characters that are like that. Alright, let's pop up this way, see if we can get vision. Is that not the last vision tile? Where's my continent explored? Darn you, game. I thought I just explored the continent. I'm a little disappointed right now. What vision are we missing here? Is there a tile somewhere that we cannot see? I mean, that, sort of? That might be it. We need to know that there's no fog of war like this over top of any part of the continent. Pretty sure there isn't. Maybe these count? Maybe we have to hit the coast to prove that we're on that... We know everything about it? I don't know.
Over this way.
Alright, did I not ever get vision of these tiles? Maybe I didn't? No, I must have. Alright, I thought we just got a... Thought I would have explored that now. Disappointing. Let's head off this way. Go cry in our soup. Off to these, because there is these tiles here and this one over here. That might be kind of causing the problem. We'll see. End turn. Still only 2 stars. 290 still leaves us in the lead position, however.
Follow me. Off we go.
Let's head down there, thank you. You are the scout that I just built for like literally no reason. Let's put him on auto explore. He can run around and look at things. You can head over generally this way.
Come over here.
Sure. You can come over this way.
Let's go.
River, love it. Alright, you are... Oh yeah, you're the 4-pack. Which means I want to actually kind of head you down this way. I want to keep him penned in here, see? He's going to be doing in some sort of nefarious scoutiness. which is totally unacceptable. I mean, not scouting this. Outpost building. Naughty, naughty. Curiosity collected. Alright, nice. Is this vision here possibly causing us to miss? Am I wrong? Are there not deeds for this? Completed deed. What did we complete? Yeah. That's the wonder. Wasn't there a continent one? Set foot on an uninhabited continent. Okay, that's the bonus when there's the new continent feature. No stone unturned. Discover 100% of the world. Circumnavigate the world. Discover writing. Interesting. First one to discover writing. Discover seafaring mastery. Imperial power. Movable typeface. Renewable energy. Electricity. Complete a symposium. Own a nuclear weapon. Yeah, we can get there. Explore the world to discover its wonders. Wonderful world. Oh, this must be just a... this is what this turn came from, I bet. Interplanetary expedition pioneer. Sacred ground, build a holy site. Nobody's got that yet, huh? Test a nuclear weapon. Planetary observatory satellite. Ptolemy. Map each continent. Oh, yeah, Ptolemy. This is 150... 150 fame for that. A cultured land. Spread your influence through the entire continent. Ooh, that might be great. Continental rise. Conquer each continent. Cool. Smorgasbord. Access to every strategic and luxury resource. Built to last. Build a wonder. Train spotter. Build a railway between two cities. Okay, so each of these are the first person. Right? This is the first person to do this deed that matters. So no bonus for being the second dude to come up with an idea. Get him! Get him! Oh no! He got over the border. He ran across the border before he could attack. That's unfortunate. Now let's go up by the river here. You can grab that. You're actually going to keep exploring. I want to see what's over there. Or I should say I want to clarify that I can get the achievement for having seen what's over there. Let's hop back and get that. Direct you down to the bottom. You can head up this way. Why do I not have this thing yet? Curiosity collected. This is weird to me. Who are you? You're also independent young. Morte Chico. Okay. Oh, down this way, please. Yes, there is a redoubt over here. This redoubt, I cannot see what it is to show you, but that's basically very much a barbarian camp. It's not an independent or city-state type of thing like you'd, what are they called in Civ 6? Yeah, city-states, right? Anyways, that's not what it is. Why do I not have vision over the whole continent yet? This is strange. I'm sure I could. And now, no? Like, everything is discovered. Maybe over this way? Alright. Well, if that's the way you're going to be about it, let's go up this way.
Come over here.
Okay. Bronzeworking researched. Copa. Forge, watchtower to increase vision on the plaza and the garrisons, and then the spearmen. Ooh, a new wonder can be claimed. Excellent. Each of these distinguished wonders can be a testament to humankind's power and ingenuity for millennia to come. So every era there is a set of, as far as I understand, 4 world wonders, cultural wonders, I should say, cultural wonders that can be built. Well, we're the Egyptians, so we're going to claim the Pyramid of Giza, but there are others. Have a look at them. I want to talk about these ones briefly. Let's talk about the bottom 2. Stonehenge acts as a religious site, a holy site. This one does not. Pyramid of Giza does not. So the Stonehenge, it says, is considered a holy site. And this one is considered a holy site. So the Temple of Artemis and the Stonehenge act as a holy site, pushing faith outward from them. Cool. They get faith and stability. This guy gives you a 10 plus 10 health regeneration on all your units, I think everywhere. It might just be in your territory, but anyways. And you ignore all movements for forests. Forever. The tile that it's placed on also exploits all resource types on that tile. The Stonehenge is basically related to religions mostly, so you get more other religions following your faith, gives you bonus food and stability. You also get 40 stability in it, the Artemis Temple as well. The capital also has empires that follow your religion as a state religion. Give you an extra bonus to food and stability as well. Both are worth 100 fame to complete. We got the Pyramids of Giza, which we're going to be doing. It's only 20 stability, but it drops all district industry costs by 25% on top of our already 10%. Pretty fantastic. Must be placed next to a river. The Hanging Gardens is very unique, however. It's 20 stability, 100 fame. A lot of people haven't... I had to look this up to find out what I could about it, and what I understand is that extracting any luxury resource from the deposit is built on. Well, you build it on the deposit, and it produces that resource as a wondrous resource. So it acts as if you've got a monopoly on that resource, or a majority of that resource from the world, on the whole world's production, and it gives you that luxury bonus, which is pretty awesome. I think that also locks anyone else out from getting that wondrous luxury. So we're going to go ahead and claim the Pyramid of Giza. Do that right now. So these are luxuries, as we mentioned.
You have my attention.
Sorry, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. As I was saying, and we should go back and do that, the salt, for instance, it says on city plus 10 food. That's because we've got 2 of them in the Empire, and 8 stability. When we get wondrous effect, as in having at least half of the world's, having built on our own at least half of the world's salt resource within our territory, we get the wondrous effect if we have researched patronage technology and plopped down a special building on top of one of our salt. We would then get the wondrous resource, which would mean all our cities, instead of getting just the 10 food, I think we get both, but we get a 10% boost to food and a 20 stability in the tile that's on. So pretty awesome. It's give or take. I'm not 100% sure how those all work out exactly, but that's the gist of it. That's the Hanging Gardens. The pyramids, of course, we're doing though because, you know, Egypt reasons. But I did notice something by accident that we did. We can trade with her. It's only 60 bucks. Base price is 15. That's what she'll get. Transportation fees is default option in balance between cost and safety. That's fine. There's only one transport option because it's straight border to border. Costs us 60 bucks to get this. And what that's going to do is...
The world comes a bit closer together, thanks to the first trade link that will bring shiny baubles and greedy vendors.
I love his nonsense banter. So we're getting 5 industry, and from each of these die that we bring in, we can bring in the second one for another 60 bucks. There we go. She's still getting that bonus, but we're also taking advantage of that bonus. We also have 2 of those queued up here. I can actually bump the wall behind that. Let's get those done first. That sounds smart to me. Now we can also build the Pyramids of Giza. So I think we might want this like somewhere crazy. We got an industrial facility going on up here. The pyramid will utilize everything on the tile. It can't be placed in a luxury, however. But if we placed it, for instance, up here, we would get the food and the industry from it. Not just the one. Sometimes you get like this, like clay object tiles and stuff like that have like some sort of weird bonus. Multiple things in them. Like that. I'm not sure that it matters that much where you place these. I am going to place it in a semi-defensible spot. Wouldn't mind the idea of having it maybe here. I suppose we could do it there. It says next to a river, it has to be next to a river, so yeah, we could do that. Put in this forest tile, but I think I'll get some extraction out of that. On or next to a forest, huh? Why does this have no resource on it? What is this thing? Prairie River. Oh, you know what? It's not being exploited because the neighboring object is telling me that it does have food. But nothing neighboring it is exploiting it, and so it's disappearing off the list. That's fine. You know what? For aesthetics, I think we'll put it right there. Look at that. We'll have 3 pyramids. So that's permanent. I can also tell the multiple cities to build those if I wanted to. We're going to wait on that. I do want to build those. Actually, that would be good to build very soon. Because there's, like, super bonuses for that, right? Let's see. We can build another one of these. Down here for 11. I like that idea. I do like that idea. So let's bump that guy above the walls as well. Stability, we're on our way to 71, but that's okay. We'll be okay for a while. We can build the copper there. That would be wonderful as well. Once we do, we'll be able to do other things. We have a lot of forest tile, or a few forest and woods tiles. So maybe we'll take that and bump them right up to the top there. More food from farmers. Right now we have a positive food. I'm going to shift them all into the industry there. I want that built to get us more industry. Is there anything else we're building immediately that's going to get us industry boost? That one will. This we'll be able to place after the copper is placed, so we could do that next, the copper. Okay, that's good. I want to kind of rush up a bit more industry in the capital, and I do want another city soon. I want to rush up a bit more industry, and then I want to pop off that pyramid and this. Or is that too many turns? The pyramid is going to get us, that's already 5 turns to get down here. Whereas the pyramid is going to finish in 10 turns if we build it that way. And 3 turns that'll finish. Let's do that. Let's go in that order, actually. Boom, boom, and that'll be okay. You know what? We'll put that first, because that's going to give us quite a bit of industry. It'll finish in 2 turns, and then it'll boost both of those down by a turn or so. Okay, where are you supposed to be exploring, dude? That I don't know. I'm assuming something like this coastal tile that we can't see is causing the not to have explored the continent scenario. That might be the case. Over there might be the case. This beautiful place over here. There, no, that's not it. Not enough of it. Well, I mean, maybe that counts as part of the continent? Whatever islands there are there, but I don't think so. An island off the continent doesn't mean you haven't explored the continent. It might be here, and it might be down here. We'll see. We'll find out momentarily. You are going to go on to auto-explore. Right? You guys are sitting... He's now outside his turn. Done! Smack him around. Excellent. Just auto-calc that, got 10 bucks out of it, and most importantly, got another kill towards a militarist title. Good, good. Let's end that turn. At least bring this guy back and get him healing up. It's good, and you are going to look at this lovely 20 coin. Sure. Chip it home. This one. Ah, nice. 8 science and 10 influence. Okay, here we go. There's our first city-state, and there's another one. Those little guys went out and found themselves somewhere to park. Gotcha. Set up this way and ransack the sanctuary. Wonderful. And we'll bring you back this way, generally speaking. I mean, we could just knock out that deer, but what the heck is the point? I think I'm going to hold off on the influence. We're going to head over to look at these places. So, Horikanga and Sus are the Elamites and the Notre Chico. So, these guys are peaceful, independent groups. So, these are basically city-states from Civ 6. That's how I see them. Unfortunately, there is a current bug. Oops, I just dropped my pen. There's a current bug where, and usually it's the bright pink, whoever it is on the map, there's somebody that in the world that gets a shared influence, which is only supposed to happen if you're in the same social sphere. So if my culture absorbs them, I'm supposed to get that. But there's somebody that automatically starts, as soon as these guys form, the first turn, they get shared influence. It's a bug. It's a known bug. However, it can cause weird things where whoever this pink is could actually get so much influence in here that they can just assimilate them, and then that becomes their city. They could be across the continent and have never tipped their toes in the water, but they could get a city over here. So it is a known bug, and it is really annoying. But we can also conquer these. So if this is where the capital is, we could, for instance, take this province and Sus and this province and make them into a beautiful, lovely, lush territory. We could do something down here, which we don't need influence for, and settle that area as well. Okay, here we go. The fate of the free cities. The world as it ever was is divided into the rulers and the ruled. Great spawning empires and proud independent cities. Your struggle is with other empires, but you should not forget the part these free cities can play. Like giving me free cities, literally. I can assimilate them at half the cost if I spend the influence here. Heads us in the right direction.
They may have more to offer than just their weapons. Assimilation does seem practical.
Go. And I'm also going to try to get this one next when we can for the influence. And army, we got to remember that we can use those get those army civics as well. Now you are still supposed to be heading down this way to show me the rest of the world. You can come down here and show me the rest of that free stuff. This is those independents still. Oh no, that's them. Look at that was these. They were just running around. Apparently they set up an outpost down here. Fair enough. Now I don't have to. They're listed as peaceful. That's only their choice towards us. They're not going to automatically attack our people and raid our lands. They will wander around, but they're never going to be aggressive. Even if I attack them, they're still not going to be. Still not going to aggro me, which is fine by me. Hello, you beautiful beast.
No fear, no mercy.
Nice. Let's take him on. It's not going to be an ideal terrain situation here, so let's pop back here. In deployment, he is going to get the high ground there.
Off we go.
Bring him up here. We'll end that round. We only got one dude, so we can definitely kind of squirm our way around here. So here's an interesting tidbit. I cannot move past to here. This is because there is, oh, we're running out of time again. Because this guy holds control of the terrain. He'll not let me run past him. So that's as far as I can get. However, since this guy is here, I can now move through him without this guy's zone of control stopping.
Over this way.
That can play absolute havoc on the enemy. So, use it to the best of your ability. Alright, we're good here. I think we'll attack from this side. You got 3 friendly bonus. This has got 3 neighbors, even though they're not quite the way it would seem like it should work. Now, this would be an uphill attack with a reduced friendliness. I'm going to pass on that. We're going to both lock down there. Oops, that was 2 turns. Did not mean to do that.
That won't work.
Ah, I skipped a whole round. Didn't mean to. Okay, my bad. That's alright, we'll get that next time. Alright, well, so next episode, we're going to be dealing with the independent peoples. These 2 at least, and probably some others that are going to try to spawn. We can assimilate those, or we can conquer them. In both cases, they become a city of ours. We can also, at any time, if we don't like a city, we can send a unit on top of it and just destroy it. We can burn down our own city. So if we conquer this one, or we absorb this one, and we don't like its positioning, or we don't want it to be the city, say we wanted the city to be here, and we want this tile to be attached to it, we can just take the city, and it leaves its districts behind except for its main plaza, and then we can resettle it if we wanted to. So that's an option. Anyways, thank you everybody so much for joining us for another episode. Love you guys so much for being here, and hope you guys are enjoying things. Please do keep the comments rolling. It really does keep things interesting, and I learn a lot from you guys spamming me with comments. So thank you ever so much, and we shall continue to transcend the Egyptian culture and hopefully get some stars. It's 4246 BCE, so we're fine. We're still just getting going. Thank you so much. We'll see you in game.